every week, tune in for the review. Mr. and Mrs. Chat serving hot like they do. Stand clear of the sidelines, we on the attack. Big Blue Tees, the podcast, ain't no looking back.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Big Blue Tee. All right, Giants Nation, you ready? Because we are diving deep into something huge right now. Something that's been buzzing, I mean, really buzzing for us Big Blue fans. Feels like a massive moment, right? A real pivot point.
Yeah.
This deep dive. You really don't want to miss it. Okay, so today, it's all about Evan Neal. Yep, that Evan Neal. And this huge move, this critical move to left guard.
Yeah, it's not just shuffling chairs, is it? It's significant.
No way. This is strategy, high stakes. This isn't just like a minor depth chart thing.
A big gamble, really, but maybe a calculated one.
A huge gamble by our Giants. Could totally reshape the O-line.
From, well, let's face it, a real weak spot last year.
Oh, yeah. Understatement. 2 maybe? Hopefully.
Yeah.
A dominant force. We've dug into the reports, coach speak, everything we could find.
And we're here to unpack the why, the how.
Yeah.
The whole picture.
And definitely the what's next for Neal and our Big Blue. Gotta know.
It's fascinating because it really wraps up a player's journey, right? But also the team's whole strategy for fixing that line. And when you think about Neal's raw talent, I mean, the potential is still there.
Totally.
This isn't just a Hail Mary. It feels like they're trying to strategically unlock what we all thought was there from the start. Shows they still believe in him.
Okay, let's really get into it because for us Giants fans, Neal's ride. Man, it's been a roller coaster. We all remember the draft hype.
Oh, top 10 pick.
7th overall, 2022, coming out of Bama. This absolute giant, 6'7", 350. Felt like he was built in a lab for us, you know?
Yeah.
The answer at right tackle.
Definitely looked the part.
I was picturing him just owning that right side for a decade. What was it about his college tape that screamed can't miss?
Well, he had all the tools, right? The size, obviously. But surprising athleticism for a guy that big and that Alabama pedigree. They know how to build linemen. His tape showed pure physical dominance sometimes. Could move guys, had the length for pass pro.
Yeah.
The hope was plug and play, instant impact attack.
Well, the reality hit us hard, didn't it? Especially last season.
Yeah, that was tough.
Injuries, yeah, but also just inconsistency. It felt like he went backwards, not forwards, which is scary.
Right, you want development.
And that PFF grade. Wow, 39.8 overall. What does a number like that even mean in practical terms? Like, how bad is that on the field?
It's really low. PFF grades below 50 generally mean a player is a liability on the field. For Neal, it meant consistent struggles, pass blocking wasn't efficient, too many pressures, too many sacks allowed, and not getting much push in the run game.
So basically hurting the offense.
Pretty much, yeah. It makes everything harder. And look, the key thing is everybody saw it wasn't working. The team, the fans, Neal himself, that acknowledgement, that's huge. That's step one for making a change like this work. It opens the door.
And that's why I'm so hyped now. This feels like more than just moving spots. It's like a lifeline, you know? A real shot to rewrite his Giants story. Strategically speaking, how often do these big position switches actually pan out for guys drafted high who've struggled? What needs to line up for it to work?
That's a good question. It's definitely a mixed bag, league-wide. Sometimes it's desperation. But when it does work, it's usually because the player had skills that just weren't quite right for the old spot. You need buy-in from the player, number one. Good coaching. The physical traits got to match the new job. And sometimes, like here, tapping into past experience helps a ton.
Which brings us to the energy around him now. Coach Daboll saying it's totally different this offseason.
It's encouraging.
Fully healthy, huge, but also mentally locked in. And get this, he's not fighting the move.
Right.
This is the guy who said, born to play tackle. That was his whole thing.
Yeah, I remember that quote.
But now,
yeah,
with whatever the team needs, I'm here. Wow. How big is that mental shift, that willingness to just adapt?
Oh, it's massive. Maybe even more important than the physical move itself. When a player embraces a change like that, especially one that can feel like a step back or sideways, it says a lot about maturity. About commitment. Means he's coachable, ready to learn, putting the team first. That's fundamental if you're trying to turn things around. No internal resistance.
Totally agree. And Daboll talked about it at minicamp. He said, let me get this right. Yeah, he's done a nice job. He's picked up things well inside. Training camp will be an important time of the year for him, as it is for all the offensive linemen. kind of measured, right? What do you read into that tone?
It's smart coaching, I think. He's acknowledging the good work, done a nice job, picked up things well. That's positive reinforcement. But then he immediately pivots. Training camp will be important, as it is for all the linemen.
Right. No special treatment.
Exactly. It says, good start, keep going, but the real test is coming, and you're competing like everyone else.
Yeah.
Doesn't put extra pressure just on Corey Neal, but makes it clear the job isn't won yet. Sets a competitive tone.
Okay, the strategy. This is where my Giants fan brain gets buzzing. Why is left guard, not right guard? Not keep trying a tackle.
This is the really interesting part.
It's deliberate, right? They put him specifically at left guard because muscle memory. He played there early on at Alabama. Genius.
It is smart. You're not asking him to learn a totally foreign position from zero. You're trying to reactivate something that's already in there, even if it's been dormant. Old techniques, old reads.
Right.
The hope is it speeds up the learning curve, makes him feel more comfortable faster, helps him get that confidence back maybe, less overwhelm.
Exactly. Find that footing again. And Coach Bricillo, love that hire, by the way. Great track record. He talked about the mental side of guard.
Yeah, Carmen Bricillo knows his stuff.
He said, I think so much as pre-snap training your eyes. Getting used to what can indicate something's going to change. Makes you think, right? It's not just about being huge, which Neal obviously is.
No, brute strength isn't enough inside.
It's about seeing things before they happen.
Yeah.
In that phone booth, like they say, everything's faster, closer.
Right. At tackle, you often have a bit more space, dealing with speed off the edge, using length. Guard is instant combat. Power on power right now.
So, quick reactions, instincts, vision. What are the biggest mental and physical shifts going from tackle to guard? Why might guard actually suit him better now?
Mentally, it's about processing interior blitzes, stunts, twists, often involving multiple defenders at once, coming from different angles. It's complex, fast. Pre-snap recognition is critical. Physically, it's less about long lateral movement and more about explosive power in short bursts. Anchoring against big bodies, creating immediate movement in the run game. For Neal, maybe his raw power and decent short area quickness play better inside, less exposure on an island, more direct, powerful engagements. Could simplify things a bit, let his strength shine.
And this is crucial, Bricillo also laid down the law.
Yeah.
Neal is not being handed this job.
Absolutely essential message.
He said, quote, you got to earn it every day and you have to earn it every year. Nothing is assumed. Yes, love that.
Yeah.
Why is that earned its culture so important here?
Because it establishes meritocracy. Doesn't matter where you were drafted, doesn't matter the investment. Performance now is what counts. It keeps Neal hungry, keeps him focused, prevents any sense of entitlement. And it sends a message to the whole room. The best players will play, fosters real competition.
And look, after last year's O-line situation,
situation is a polite word.
competition is exactly what we need. And we finally have some. Runyan, Eluemunor, even rookies like Ambo pushing. That's fantastic.
Depth is key. It raises the floor of the whole unit.
Totally. No one's spot is safe. And that pressure makes everyone better. If Neal doesn't grab this chance in camp, the Giants have other options. And that's how it should be for a team serious about winning.
That internal competition is vital. It means coaches have choices. They aren't locked into one guy if it's not working. Reduces the risk significantly and pushes everyone. That's how you build a strong unit.
Okay, bigger picture. What does this mean for our Giants offense? This is where I get really excited. If Neal nails this transition, if he becomes a solid, reliable left guard, this O-line, our biggest headache for years, could actually become a strength.
That's the potential upside. Absolutely. A huge swing.
Think about the ripple effects. Consistent interior protection for Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Clean pockets to step up into. That's gold.
Changes the whole dynamic for a quarterback. Less interior pressure is massive.
And the run game. Imagine opening up those A and B gaps consistently, inside zone pounding away, lanes for Tracy Jr. and the other backs.
It enables so much more offensively. Play action becomes more viable. Run schemes get more diverse.
This isn't just about Neal. It gives the entire offense a real shot to bounce back, to score points, to actually reach its potential. Imagine that. A balanced attack. It changes everything.
A strong interior line really is the foundation. It minimizes those drive-killing negative plays, the quick sacks, the tackles for loss. It allows an offense to stay on schedule, control the ball. A successful no transition could absolutely elevate the entire unit.
Got to keep it real too, right? The stakes are sky high.
Immense pressure, no doubt.
If this doesn't work out, if he struggles at guard too, they'll have a tough decision next offseason. Might have to move on.
That's the business side of the NFL. Sunk cost fallacy is real, but teams can't let past draft status dictate future wins.
So this is it for him, really. His legacy here, his next contract, and honestly, our team's immediate shot at winning, it's all riding on this.
Yeah, the decision on his fifth-year option looms future contracts. Performance this year is critical for those evaluations. They need to see tangible results that help the team win.
Look, here's my take, Giants fans. For the first time in a while with Neal, I see a plan, a real thought-out plan, and moving in the left guard. It feels like the smartest possible move right now for him and for the team.
It does seem logical, leveraging his past experience.
He's got the size, the pedigree, and now it sounds like he's got the right mindset, the humility, the support from coaches like Daboll and Bricillo. It's all there for a reset. But listen, don't expect miracles on day one. It's going to be work, a process. There'll be bumps.
Always are with position changes.
But the key thing, the most important thing, he's all in, that buy-in you talked about. That's the win already, in a way. That commitment, that gives me hope, real hope.
That player buy-in truly is the cornerstone. Without it, the best plans fall apart. His apparent willingness to embrace this is the most encouraging sign. It's just he's learned, he's motivated.
So here's something to think about as we wrap this up. If Evan Neal does make this work, if he becomes that solid force at left guard,
Yeah,
how much does that one player, that one position change, lift the whole team?
beyond just the stats, yeah.
The confidence, the trajectory. Not just the O-line, but the whole vibe. And what does it say about being adaptable in the NFL? About our Giants making a bold, calculated move to win now?
It's a great question. A success story there could have ripple effects on team morale, offensive identity.
It's huge. It's not just about one guy's career. It feels like it's about defining what our offense can be this season. Something to chew on, Giants Nation. Think about it.
All right, well, I think that just about wraps things up for this deep dive.
Yeah, seems like a good place to pause.
Just wanted to say a massive thank you for tuning in to Big Blue Tea.
Absolutely. And, a huge shout out always to Black Freezy TV.
Oh,
For
definitely.
the fantastic programming, the production, everything that makes this possible.
Yep, their work behind the scenes is just really appreciated.
It really is.